Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to select this guy over here. See that guy? Control Z and undo. And then there's this guy over here. He's just a duplicate, right? They're both named holder 1 for now. That might not work. I'm going to shift click, and so I have both selected. And then I'm going to hit F8 again, which is modify, convert to symbol. And I'm going to call this holder 2. So this is level 2 holder. And now the whole thing is in one big movie clip. Okay, I'm going to give it the name, instance name, holder 2. Hit enter to make sure it takes. Okay, and the way this is going to work is I'm actually going to scale this sucker down, transform tool. Well, actually, if we were actually using an actual website, we'd probably have the size be a little bit something bigger. So let's see if we can do that. Okay, my computer's going a little screwy here. Let's say width 800, height 600. Click OK. And then what I'll do is say fit in window. So now this is kind of what it would look like on the site. And that's pretty good. So I'll just leave it like that. I'm going to arrange this at the bottom of the window. Okay, get my regular selection tool. Okay, and this thing is going to scroll, right? That's the idea, is that it's going to scroll. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new layer, and on my new layer I'm going to get the rectangle tool, no stroke. I'm going to use red as my color because it's going to be a mask layer, and I'm going to just draw a red box just like that. Okay, and it kind of snapped into place there, but that's okay. And it's on this new layer here. It's on layer 2. So I drew this red box on layer 2, and this is going to be a mask layer, so I'm going to name it mask. Okay, and then I'm going to convert it to a mask layer by clicking on the little icon here, select mask. Now this is a mask layer. Then I'm going to click on the little icon here, make this masked. Now the bottom layer is a masked layer. If you lock both layers, you'll see that, yep, we only see the part where the red box shows, right? And then now what you're going to do is we're going to basically need to animate the slider over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, let's say, frame, let's say 50, and hit F6. Okay, and on layer 2, the mask layer, I'll go to here and hit F5 to insert frames on the top, but here I inserted a keyframe. So this is inserting a keyframe, this is inserting regular frames. And then right here on this keyframe, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my lower piece here, and then holding the shift key down on my keyboard, I'm going to use the left arrow key and just left arrow it over until let's say until we're all the way over, right? Okay, and let's see here, and what I'm going to do is actually do a little bit less than all the way. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 less. No, 5 less. Alright, and then I need to make this motion tween. So I click on the first keyframe, go to Tween Motion, and so now my lower layer scrolls across, right? And then when the movie loops, it'll go back to here, right? And if I lock both layers, you would see the effect of going across. Now let's just publish our movie. You'll see that it goes across, and it looks like it just keeps going. Now all I need to do is insert more frames to make this not so fast. So what I'll do is highlight here both layers, just click and drag, and then hit F5 a number of times. Let's say it's going out right now. F5 a couple more times, right? And I can even, to smooth up the operation, click on your background here, your gray area back here, and change the frame rate to, let's say, like 24 frames per second. So now you see it's a lot smoother motion because of the higher frame rate, and it's going nice and slowly. I still probably could slow it down a little bit more, so I highlight here, F5, 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 and hit Control Enter, and now you see the images scrolling across the back of the off the bottom of the stage, and it looks like it's continuous, right? They look like they start over at the beginning, right? But it's actually not continuous. It's just the fact that we built a mask here, and I doubled the images, and I just essentially, slide them across, and then when the movie ends, it jumps back to frame 1 really quickly, and you can't tell that there's a jump, and so it looks like a continuous motion. I have one more thing that we need to do for this, and I'll do that in the next movie.